You've been told to pay the highest interest rate first. The Avalanche method. It makes perfect mathematical sense, right? But here is the truth. For most people, that is actually the slowest way to get out of debt. Why? Because math doesn't pay bills, behavior does. I've studied the blueprints of people who actually win this game, including a real-life case study of someone who wiped out $50,000 in debt in just 12 months. They weren't earning a massive salary. They were living on a modest budget, just like you. Today, we are settling the debate, Debt Snowball versus Debt Avalanche. I'm going to show you why the logical choice often leads to burnout, and the psychological trick that actually accelerates your progress. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which method to choose to kill your credit cards and student loans fast, so you can finally stop stressing and start building real wealth. Let's be honest, you're doing everything the experts told you. You've got the list. You're attacking the loan with the highest interest rate first. It makes sense on paper, right? But here's the reality. You've been doing this for months, and you still feel like you're drowning. You're throwing every extra cent at that one big, scary credit card, while 4 other balances just sit there. It feels like you're running on a treadmill. You're working harder, paying more, but the finish line isn't getting any closer. This is where most people quit. They start believing they just aren't good with money. They think their salary is too low. But the problem isn't your income, it's your strategy. See, when you only focus on the interest rate, you're ignoring the psychological war. You're fighting a battle of numbers, but debt isn't a math problem. Debt is an emotional problem. And by following the logical path, you're actually draining your motivation. You're starving your brain of the one thing it needs to keep going, a win. Without those quick wins, the mountain feels too high to climb. And that's exactly how people stay trapped in debt for decades, even while doing the right math. Mathematically, the high interest rate is the enemy. That's the debt avalanche method. It makes perfect sense on a spreadsheet. But here is the problem. You aren't a spreadsheet. You're a human being. Let's break down the avalanche first. You list your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. You attack the top one with everything you've got while paying minimums on the rest. In theory, this saves you the most money in interest. But in reality, it can feel like a slog. If your highest interest debt is a $20,000 student loan, you could pay for 6 months and still see a massive balance. That's where most people quit. Now let's look at the alternative, the debt snowball. With the snowball, you ignore the interest rates. You list your debts from smallest balance to largest balance, smallest first. You attack that tiny $300 credit card first. Boom. It's gone in a few weeks. That is a psychological win. Your brain gets a hit of dopamine. You feel like you're actually winning the war. Now you take the money you were paying on that first debt and roll it into the next smallest one. The payments get bigger. The momentum builds. Let me show you how this worked for a real-life case study. Meet Sarah. Sarah had $50,000 in debt across 5 different accounts. She had a modest salary and felt suffocated. Sarah tried the avalanche for 3 months. She focused on the student loans. The needle barely moved. She felt defeated. Then she switched to the snowball. Month 1, medical bill gone. Month 2, store card gone. By month 6, she had cleared 3 entire accounts. She wasn't just paying off debt. She was changing her identity from a debtor to a winner. Because of that momentum, she found ways to squeeze her budget even tighter. She hit 0 in 12 months. The secret to paying off debt fast isn't math, it's momentum. Now, if you want to execute this, you cannot wing it. You need to see where every single dollar is going. This is why I recommend using budgeting software like YNAB or Monarch Money. It turns your debt repayment into a game. However, if your interest rates are truly predatory, we're talking 25% or higher, the math might actually be working against you too hard. In that specific case, a debt consolidation loan can be a cheat code. It lowers your rate, which makes your snowball roll even faster. Now, let's talk about the tools that helped us pay off $50K in 12 months. We used a debt consolidation loan service to simplify our payments. This saved us money on interest and made it easier to stick to our plan. We We also used budgeting software like YNAB to track our expenses. By doing so, we were able to free up more money in our budget to put towards our debt. The result, we paid off $50K in just 12 months on a modest salary. If you're struggling with debt, consider checking out our affiliate links below to learn more about debt consolidation loan services and budgeting software. Take the first step towards financial freedom and start your debt-free journey today.